1985. The NHRA Pro Stock class is at war. Engines scream past 8 seconds, crowds pack every national event, and one name dominates every leaderboard, Bob Glidden. 5 straight world championships from 1985 to 1989. 10 titles total. 85 national event wins. 9 consecutive victories in 1979 alone. 23 straight number 1 qualifiers across 1987 and 1988. U.S. Nationals finals appearances that felt automatic. The Mad Dog wasn't just winning, he was untouchable. Rivals watched him launch, hit low ET, top speed, and maximum points week after week, and the question started burning in every pit: how? How is this self-taught mechanic from Whiteland, Indiana, doing this with a family crew, no massive factory budget, just garage-built Fords that nobody else could match? Whispers turned to accusations. He's cheating. Hidden power. Nitrous in the intake. Like cars. Illegal tolerances nobody can see. The rumors followed him like exhaust smoke. Glidden didn't stay quiet, he fired back harder than anyone. He pointed fingers at the entire class, said nitrous oxide bottles were everywhere, hidden in plain sight, and NHRA tech inspectors were missing them. He called it rampant. He said the sport was dirty. Yet his name kept coming up in the same conversations. 5 championships in a row during the height of the suspicion era. Was the loudest voice against cheating actually the one getting away with it? Or was the Mad Dog so far ahead that the only explanation rivals could stomach was rule-breaking? Today we dig into the shocking truth, the accusations, the admissions, the family confessions, the garage secrets, and what the record actually shows. If you believe drag racing's golden era was clean, prepare to have that belief shattered. Because the answer isn't as simple as yes or no. It's darker, it's real, and it's right here in the facts. But before we expose the full story, let's go back to the moment the suspicions first exploded, right in the middle of Glidden's unbreakable streak, when the pits were buzzing and the Mad Dog was winning everything in sight. February 3, 1985. Pomona Raceway Winter Nationals, the season opener that sets the tone for everything. Bob Glidden rolls out in his new aerodynamic Ford Thunderbird Pro Stock, a sleek machine that looks like the future while the competition is still catching up. He qualifies strong, fights through eliminations with surgical precision, and claims the win. Not just any win, the start of something historic. From that exact weekend, Glidden leads the point standings wire to wire, wins 5 national events that year, locks up low ETs and top speeds routinely, and seals his 6th Pro Stock World Championship. The Mad Dog is back, hungrier than ever. But this isn't the end, it's the beginning of the streak that still baffles people today. 5 consecutive titles from 1985 through 1989. Unprecedented. 5 years of dominance where he reached the final round in nearly every major event, qualified number 1 at all 14 races in 1987 alone, stretched that streak to 23 consecutive number 1 qualifiers into 1988, and piled up wins like they were routine. 85 career national event victories total by retirement, 3rd all-time even now. 9 U.S. Nationals finals in the 1980s, multiple Big Go wins. Records for rounds won, points maxed out. The numbers don't lie. They terrify. Glidden's edge wasn't money or factory armies. It was obsession. Self-taught engine builder from Whiteland, Indiana, still grinding in the garage with wife Etta logging every data point, sons Billy and Rusty turning wrenches from childhood. No entourage of engineers, just family, tools, and endless nights. He tore down motors after every run, rebuilt better, tested on backroads till dawn. When Ford switched him to the Thunderbird in '84, he adapted fast. Slippery body, custom heads, tolerances so tight rivals joked the engines were alive. Secrecy was his weapon. Remember Atlanta 1986? Southern National semifinals, parachute catches wrong, car barrels 6 times at 150 plus mph. Wreckage everywhere. Glidden climbs out unhurt, stumbles to the twisted remains, throws his fire jacket over the exposed intake and carbs, hiding his secrets even as the car smokes. Genius move? Or fuel for suspicion? Because while he walked away, the pits buzzed. How does he keep doing this? Too consistent. Too fast. Too perfect. Rivals couldn't match it. Warren Johnson, Lee Shepard, Darrell Alderman, legends themselves, struggled to stay close. Glidden's cars launched hard, ran straight, hooked up every time. Low ET of the meet, top speed, maximum points. Week after week, the frustration boiled over. In the late 80s, early 90s, whispers turn to open talk. He's cheating. Nitrous oxide, laughing gas, hidden somewhere, giving extra punch nobody could detect. Light cars at the line, waited at the end. Illegal tricks. Glidden didn't dodge the rumors, he amplified them. He went public, loud and unfiltered. In interviews, he accused the class of rampant cheating. Nitrous is everywhere, he said. Hidden bottles, rifle-drilled lines, activation combos inspectors miss. He pointed fingers at teams running light, adding weight post-run. He even said his own sons had experimented to prove the point, set up a car, ran it, showed NHRA couldn't catch it. The sanctioning body pushed back hard. Graham Light, NHRA's senior VP, called it nonsense, fiction. No proof, they said. No violations found in teardowns. But Glidden kept talking. He exhausted their patience. The more he won, the louder the questions got. 5 straight championships during the peak of the suspicion era. How does a blue-collar family team dominate like that without bending rules? The emotion here is thick. Awe at the sheer grind, hands bleeding, family sacrificing, obsession that pushed human limits. Respect for a man who outworked, outthought, outbuilt everyone. But frustration too, from rivals who felt the gap was unfair, from fans wondering if the legend was tainted. Glidden's secrecy fed it. His jacket over engine moment became iconic, not ego, but protection. Protect the edge. Keep winning. Yet no record exists of Bob Glidden ever being caught, disqualified, or stripped of a title. NHRA archives show clean championships. No official violations. His sons' later admissions? They proved the class had holes, detection-proof systems possible, but pointed away from Bob himself. He claimed clean. He accused others. The rumors persisted because his dominance was that shocking. This background sets the stage for the real bombshell. The mid-1990s nitrous revelations that shook pro stock to its core. Accusations Glidden screamed about for years. A family confession that proved his point and defended his name. The truth behind those 5 championships isn't black and white. It's layered, it's raw, and it's about to explode. February 3, 1985, was just the spark. The fire raged through 5 titles, but the real heat came when the nitrous scandal hit full force. When a Glidden son stepped up with a confession that changed everything. Don't blink. The shocking details, and what they really mean for Bob's legacy, are next. September 1995. Indianapolis Raceway Park, U.S. Nationals. The big go, the biggest stage in drag racing. The pits are electric with tension. Bob Glidden, the Mad Dog, has been retired from full-time competition for a couple years now, shifting focus after his heart battles and the grind of 10 championships. But his voice hasn't quieted. 4 months, years, he's been hammering the same message. Pro stock is dirty. Nitrous oxide is being used. Hidden. Undetectable. Bottles disguised as weight bars, lines rifle-drilled through hood scoop supports, activation triggers so clever a tech inspector could stand right there, ignition on, throttle wide open, and never know. He says it's rampant. Teams gaining 90 horsepower, 120 foot-pounds of torque at 7,000 revolutions per minute. He says his own sons proved it possible. NHRA Senior VP Graham Light fires back hard, calls it nonsense, fiction. Denies everything. Says no proof, no violations, no way to hide it in pro stock strict rules. The war of words escalates. Glidden exhausts their patience. Then, at Indy that Labor Day weekend, the bombshell drops. Rusty Glidden, Bob's son, a pro stock racer in his own right, steps forward with a confession that shakes the entire class. In the pages of Superstock and Drag Illustrated, Rusty admits it. He ran illicit nitrous in his Ford Probe. Detailed, no holds barred. The holding tank? The big weight bar at the rear of the car. Nitrous line routed over the axle housing, up to the front motor plate, rifle drilled. 1 hood scoop support rod? Also rifle drilled, carrying the line to the top of the scoop. Small stainless steel jets, 0.029 inch, centered over the carbs, glassed in. Activation? A combo, shock switch on, computer switch engaged, engine running, throttle pinned wide. No simple ignition flip. Detection proof, Rusty says. Worth massive gains, 90 extra horsepower average, 120 FTLBS torque spike. He and brother Billy had pushed Dad for 18 months. Others are doing it. You're missing the boat. Bob refused. If I have to cheat to race, I'd quit. Told them prove it first, build it, run it, don't get caught. They did. Passed tech. Ran strong. Never busted. then confessed to prove the point. NHRA couldn't catch it. Bob later summed it up. They couldn't find nitrous unless the bottle was painted blue. The revelation hits like a blown motor. Rusty trashes his own reputation to defend his father's name. Because Bob had screamed for years that cheating was happening. Nitrous hidden in batteries, brake boosters, oil tanks, water jackets. Light cars waited post-run, though shutdown area monitoring made that tough. He accused the class openly. NHRA pushed back. Tech inspectors tore down cars, found nothing. But Rusty's admission proved the system worked. Clever, undetectable, real. And here's the gut punch twist. No record exists of Bob Glidden himself ever using nitrous. No disqualification. No strip title. No violation on his championship record. His 5 straight from 85 to 89? Clean on paper. NHRA archives show 0 catches. His dominance? Built on obsession, family grind, secret tolerances, not shortcuts. But the confession fuels the fire. If his sons could hide it, why not him? Rumors swirl harder. Rivals who lost to the Mad Dog now have ammo. Too good to be true. He knew how because he did it. Glidden flips it, his point proven. Cheating was possible. NHRA was blind. Or looking away. The emotion crashes in waves. Outrage, at a class potentially rotten, wins stolen by hidden power. Admiration, for Bob's stand. He wouldn't bend. Told his kids no. Forced proof over participation. Respect for Rusty, sacrificing his career to expose the truth, defend Dad. Frustration with NHRA. Graham Light's denials. Inspections that missed genius-level plumbing. The era's paranoia peaks. Later incidents, like the 1997 Wayne County Dodge explosion, Jerry Ekman/Bill Orndorff team, traces of nitrous found after oil tank blowup, fines, indefinite bans, echo the suspicions Glidden raised. Teams quit, shops broken into, sledgehammered blocks, not stolen parts, whispers of cover-ups. Pro stock reels. But through it all, Bob's name stays untarnished officially. No direct link to his championships. The scandal proves a point he died defending. The Mad Dog called it right. The class had holes. He didn't exploit them, he exposed them. This is where the cheating question gets darkest. Accusations flew at everyone. Glidden flew them hardest. His family's proof landed the blow. But the 5 titles? Still his. Or were they? The truth isn't simple. It's messy, it's real, and it's about to hit full force. September 1995 wasn't the end of the story, it was the proof. Nitrous was real. Hidden. Deadly effective. But Bob Glidden? Never caught. Never proven. So why do the rumors cling to his 5 championship streak like exhaust? The shocking answer, and the final truth behind the Mad Dog's legacy, comes next. Don't move. We're exposing it all. January 1994. The Motorsports Hall of Fame of America induction ceremony. Bob Glidden stands on stage, accepted into one of racing's most prestigious halls during the height of his career doubts. No scandals attached. No asterisks. Just a mechanic from Whiteland, Indiana, recognized for 10 Pro Stock World Championships, 85 national event wins, and a dominance that reshaped the class. This moment, right in the thick of the nitrous whispers, the rival accusations, the pit lane paranoia, stands as the first official stamp. Bob Glidden's record is clean. No disqualifications. No rule violations found. No titles stripped. NHRA archives, tech inspection logs, championship results, all show 0 infractions tied to him. The 5 straight championships from 1985 to 1989? Legitimate. Enmeshed. The shocking truth we've been chasing isn't a hidden bottle or a secret switch. It's simpler, harder, and far more terrifying. Bob Glidden didn't need to cheat. He was simply better, by such a wide margin, that the only way some rivals could explain it was to invent rule-breaking. Look at the evidence. His cars launched hard, ran straight, hooked up every time. Low ET of the meet, top speed, maximum points. Week after week, year after year. 9 consecutive national event wins in 1979. 23 straight number 1 qualifiers spanning 1987 and 1988. Every U.S. Nationals final in the 1980s. These weren't flukes. They were the result of relentless, garage-born obsession. Glidden tore down engines after every pass. Rebuilt them tighter. Tested tolerances that pushed metal to breaking. Custom heads, airflow secrets, backroad dawn sessions. Family crew, ETA logging data like a scientist, Billy and Rusty turning wrenches from kids. No massive factory budget. No army of engineers. Just blue-collar grind that outworked everyone. When Ford brought the aerodynamic Thunderbird in 1984, he adapted overnight. When rules changed, 500 cubic inch limit in 1982 hurting small block Fords, he innovated harder. Secrecy wasn't cheating, it was survival. The Atlanta 1986 jacket over manifold moment? Pure racer instinct. Protect the edge even after rolling 6 times at 150 miles per hour. Genius. Not guilt. The nitrous scandal of 1995, Rusty's detailed confession, proved Bob right about one thing. The class had vulnerabilities. Hidden systems were possible. Detection-proof setups existed. Gains of 90 horsepower and 120 foot-pounds were real. NHRA missed them. But here's the critical distinction. That proof never pointed at Bob. Rusty and Billy built the test car to expose the hole, not because Dad was using it. Bob refused. If I have to cheat to race, I'd quit. He told them prove it first, then confess. They did. To defend his name. To show the sport had blind spots. Graham Light's denials crumbled under the weight of that admission. Later incidents, like the 1997 Wayne County Dodge blow-up with nitrous traces, echoed what Glidden screamed for years. But through every teardown, every rumor, every rival whisper, Bob's record stayed pristine. No catches. No penalties. His 5-title streak? Built on sweat, smarts, and refusal to lose. Not shortcuts. The emotion shifts here, big time. Relief floods in. The legend is intact. All replaces suspicion. This man outthought, outworked, outbuilt an entire class. Empathy hits hard. Imagine the toll. Sleepless nights, bleeding hands, family watching Dad risk it all. Heart issues starting in 1994, 6-way bypass, doctors giving 2 to 4 years. He fought back, won his 85th event in 1995 post-surgery. Retired on his terms in 1997. Rivals who once accused him now reflect differently. Warren Johnson, others, admitted in later interviews the gap was real, the work ethic unmatched. They didn't beat him because he was cheating. They didn't beat him because he was Bob Glidden. The rumors? Born of envy, frustration, inability to match the fire. When a driver wins so consistently that it feels impossible, the human mind reaches for excuses. He must be cheating. Easier than admitting, he's better than me. This is the core shock. Bob Glidden's edge wasn't illegal, it was terrifyingly legal. Obsession turned into precision. Family turned into crew. Secrets turned into innovation. The Mad Dog bit hard, but he bit fair. His 5 championships weren't tainted, they were proof that true greatness doesn't need rule bending. It needs refusal to quit. The class moved on. The FI came. Data logging advanced. Modern pro stock owes roots to his relentless pursuit of tenths. But the whispers linger because his dominance was that profound. So profound that some couldn't accept it without inventing darkness. The truth is out. No cheating. Just unmatched edge. The Mad Dog didn't break rules, he broke expectations. And in doing so, he elevated the sport even as it tried to tear him down. January 1994's Hall of Fame induction was just one chapter in the proof. The real legacy, the part that still inspires underdogs and haunts the record books, comes now. December 17, 2017, the day the Mad Dog went quiet. The tributes, the void, the fire that never died. The emotional close hits hardest. Stay locked in. This story ends with respect, not rumors. December 17, 2017. Whiteland, Indiana, the same quiet town where a sharecropper's son was born on August 18, 1944, and where he built engines that terrified the drag racing world. Bob Glidden, the original Mad Dog, passed away at 73. Surrounded by wife Etta of over 5 decades and sons Billy and Rusty, he left after a long fight with heart issues that started with the 1994 6-way bypass, surgery that doctors said would give him 2 to 4 years at best. He gave 23 more. No final press conference. No farewell lap. Just a man who lived every ounce of his fire on the track and in the garage, then rested. The NHRA community froze. Tributes poured in from every corner. Greg Anderson called it a gut punch. Warren Johnson reflected on how Glidden's relentless standard forced everyone to level up. Rivals who once whispered, cheating, in frustration now spoke only of respect. The man who dominated 10 Pro Stock World Championships, won 85 national events, still third all-time, had left an unbreakable mark. And the rumors that shadowed his 5 straight titles from 1985 to 1989? They faded in the light of truth. The legacy isn't just numbers, though the numbers are staggering. 10 championships, 9 consecutive national wins in 1979, 23 straight number 1 qualifiers, every U.S. Nationals final in the 1980s, low ETs, top speeds, maximum points that felt inevitable. But beyond stats, it's the story of a blue-collar genius who started with a 1957 Ford Fairlane, worked a dealership job, built everything himself, and refused to lose. Etta logging data like a general. Billy and Rusty growing up trackside, learning the craft, later defending Dad's name with their own sacrifice in 1995. No silver spoon. No shortcuts. When nitrous scandals rocked pro stock, when Rusty's confession proved hidden power was possible, Bob's record stayed spotless. No violations. No disqualifications. No stripped titles. NHRA archives confirm it. Hall of Fame inductions in 1994, Motorsports Hall of America, and 2005, International Motorsports, came during and after the peak suspicion era, with no asterisks. Post-2017 honors sealed it further. Pro stock cars lined the return road at the 2018 U.S. Nationals in tribute, a rolling salute that brought tears to Rusty's eyes. The Mad Dog didn't cheat. He outworked, outthought, outbuilt everyone. The suspicion? Born of envy. When a driver wins so consistently it defies belief, the mind invents explanations. Easier to say, he must have cheated, than he's simply better. That truth hits emotionally like a nitrous hit. Sharp, overwhelming. Grief for the man gone too soon. The husband, father, mechanic who slept 4 hours, bled on tools, risked everything. Pride in the legend. A self-made racer who elevated pro stock through sheer will. Inspiration for every underdog wrenching in a garage today. Proving you don't need millions, just obsession. Respect from rivals who once feared him. They admit now he pushed the sport forward. Modern pro stock owes him consistency as a weapon, engine innovations that paved the way for EFI and data-driven tuning. The Mad Dog's howl still echoes every time a Christmas tree drops and a driver launches hard, chasing that next 10th. The 5 championships that started this whole question? They stand clean. Earned through garage nights, family sacrifice, refusal to bend. The scandal he exposed, nitrous vulnerabilities, made the class stronger in the end. NHRA tightened tech, closed holes. But Bob never needed those holes. He won fair. He won hard. He won forever. When he passed in 2017, the void was real, but so was the gratitude. Fans still watch old footage. The Pinto screaming in 74, the Thunderbird rolling 6 times in 86 and walking away, the jacket thrown over secrets even in wreckage. Kids in garages today hear the stories and think, if he could do that starting from nothing, so can I. That's the real shock. Not cheating. Greatness so pure it bred doubt. Feel that mix? Nostalgia for an era when drag racing felt raw. Sorrow for a legend lost. Fire to grind harder in your own life. Bob Glidden wasn't perfect. He was human, stubborn, secretive, obsessive. But he was honest. He was real. He was the Mad Dog who bit for excellence, not advantage. The terror he instilled in the 1970s and 80s turned into admiration. The dominance that sparked rumors turned into proof. True legends don't need tricks. They need heart. This story started with a question. Did Bob Glidden cheat to win those 5 championships? The answer is no. The shocking truth is he was so far ahead, the sport struggled to accept it. And in that struggle, he left a legacy bigger than any win. The strip remembers. The garage remembers. You remember. So, what's your verdict now? After all this, the dominance, the accusations, the confession, the clean record, do you see the Mad Dog differently? Drop it in the comments. Was he the greatest pro stock driver ever? The most misunderstood? Share your thoughts, your favorite Glidden moment, why this hits home. Smash that like if the truth fired you up. Share this with anyone who loves real racing stories. No fluff, just facts and fire. And if you want more deep dives into drag racing's hidden truths, the forgotten rivalries, the rule-bending eras, the modern secrets, hit subscribe and turn on notifications right now. Next up, the rivalry that almost dethroned Glidden before his streak began, or pro stock today. Are the secrets still out there? Don't miss it. The engines are warming. The light is about to drop. The Mad Dog may be gone, but his bite lives on. Let's keep the quarter mile roaring. See you at the next green. The truth is out. The legacy is eternal. If Bob Glidden's story moved you, subscribe now. Comment below. Share the fire. The strip never sleeps, and neither should you. Thanks for writing this one with me. Next time, we go even deeper. The truth is out. Bob Glidden, the original Mad Dog, didn't cheat to win those 5 straight championships from 1985 to 1989. No hidden nitrous. No light cars. No rule bending. 10 world titles, 85 national event wins, streaks that still stand tall, all clean. Earned through obsession, family grind, garage secrets, and a work ethic that terrified everyone else into making excuses. The nitrous scandal he exposed in the 90s? He called it first. His sons proved it to defend his name. The rumors? Just envy dressed up as suspicion. When a man dominates so hard the sport can't explain it, they invent darkness. But Bob Glidden was light, pure, relentless, unbreakable light. If this deep dive hit you, the dominance that sparked doubt, the family sacrifice, the clean record that shut down the whispers, the legacy that still fires up underdogs today, then don't just watch and bounce. Get in the fight right now. Smash that like button if you now see the Mad Dog differently, if you respect him more knowing he won fair and fierce. Drop a comment below and tell me, after hearing the full story, do you think Bob Glidden is the greatest pro stock driver ever? Or the most misunderstood legend in drag racing history? Share your favorite Glidden moment, the 86 Atlanta roll and walk away, the 9 straight in 79, or why this expose changed your view. Your thoughts keep these stories alive and the algorithm roaring. Hit share if you know a racing buddy, a mechanic, or anyone who lives for quarter-mile truth. Send this to them. Let them feel the fire of what real greatness looks like. And most important, subscribe and turn on all notifications. Because we're not done exposing drag racing's hidden side. Next video? We're diving into the forgotten rivalry that almost ended Glidden's reign before it started, the behind-the-scenes battles, the personal beefs, the blown motors that nearly broke the Mad Dog early. Or maybe, Pro Stock 2025, are the secrets still hidden today? You won't believe what's still out there. If you want more raw, fact-based, no BS investigations into racing's wild history, subscribe now so you never miss the green light. The strip is calling. The engines are warming. Bob Glidden's howl still echoes every time someone launches hard-chasing greatness. Let's keep it roaring. Smash subscribe. Drop your comment. Share the truth. See you at the next drop. Don't blink.